Welcome back. So as promised, let's figure out what's happening in the commodity markets. And we have Manisha Gupta with the latest. Manisha, what do you have your eye on?
Well, metals, and I want to talk about two metals which have hit all-time highs in the overnight markets. One is silver, which is trading at around 58.98, which is an all-time high. So 59, consider that almost done, and $60 an ounce is what the markets are watching out for right now. If you look at the overall gains in this year in the dollar terms, well, we are up by 103% for the silver prices. So the prices have doubled up from where we started 2025 there. Well, the markets are now working with the probability of almost 90% of a U.S. Fed rate cut in the month of December. That seems to be baked into the prices right now. And then you have the U.S. private payrolls, which fell by 32,000 jobs. Markets were anticipating a jump of 10,000 jobs here. So not only did we not see any gains, but it is a sharp decline that we've seen in sense of job numbers there. Also, silver-backed ETFs have added 200 tons on December 3. The total holdings now stand at a 2022 highs. So this is something that was missing really because the markets thought that ETF buying had peaked in 2022, but we seem to be closing to those numbers right now. The other thing is the record volume of silver, which seems to be moving to London in the month of November. Well, the Shanghai inventory is trading at the lowest in last 10 years. All of these factors have led silver on the higher side. I want to show you on what silver has done in sense of top yearly gains since 1979. And that was the year we saw silver prices gain up by 360%. So 2025 in that sense is the second best year on record with 103% of gains coming in. And the other best years in that sense have been anywhere between 40 to 80%. So this year clearly on the stronger side there. This is in the Indian rupee. So if you have seen 103% of gains in silver in the US dollar terms, because of rupee depreciation in the Indian rupee markets, we have seen 112% of gains come in for silver this year. Last year was 87,000 rupees. Currently, we're trading at 1,84,000 rupees. So that's clearly a doubling of silver prices that we have seen. And this is what we've seen in last many years. Barring 2021, the last 5 years actually have given you positive returns when it comes to silver prices. And as you can see, doubling in case of silver prices, 112% of gains in Indian markets for silver in this year till time. And we still have much of December left there. The other commodity I want to talk about is copper. That also has hit an all-time highs in the overnight markets. 34% of gains in 2025 till time, and all-time high has been $11,400 a ton. Well, there have been warnings of low global inventories coming in from companies, agencies, banks and brokers as well. And then you have large quantities of copper being shipped into US in anticipation of tariffs going forward. The producers also have announced record premium to their customers in Europe and Asia, and that has been keeping prices much higher with this part of the world. If you look at the mine outages that we've seen in Chile, Indonesia, Congo in this year, that have led to gains in copper prices. And then even now, as we speak, the Chinese smelters and miners are locked in conversation about supply for 2026. All of those factors clearly very supportive. And then when you look at the overall orders for copper, they are the largest since 2013. So whichever way you look, that is whether it's about demand, supply, inventory, mine outages, copper perhaps is the place to be.
Okay. All right, Manisha. Thank you very much for that.